presidential meeting. And secondly, from what I understand, you have also already done a lot of hard work in preparing for this session this afternoon. As you will note, we have here members of the IFLA governing board. We have here the former chair and members of the IFLA, current members of the IFLA Faith Committee. We also have here from the section of education and training, and I'm sure you do know, especially those members of IFLA standing committee in this area, because both of them that are here, of course, are also here from Europe. So thank you very much, first of all, for the preparation that you've done, and then also for Frederica, specifically in the role that she had played in organizing this session today. Now, I've been asked, before we hear from you, because we actually want to engage with you and to hear from you, just to say a little bit about my presidential theme. You've heard over the last 2 days in terms of the issues that we have discussed here, but perhaps the one thing that I'd just like to point out in terms of probably what has been driving or what's behind the theme and what's behind a lot of the key initiatives and key advocacy issues that IFLA is currently involved in, and that has to do with when we were thinking, what it is that what is probably the main or the key issue, core issue facing libraries today in the 21st century. But if you look at the developments over the last few years, and the first thing that actually came to mind was that it is about access, and it's basically the fundamental role and the purpose of libraries have been there to disseminate information and to provide access to that information. And it was around that we then started to develop, but what is it about access? Because it is so broad and it's so open. And what Bushle, my colleague here from the board, had actually called it at some point, and somebody else from South Africa, that the libraries driving access, and the driving part of it is really about us calling libraries and librarians to action. And to say, what it is that we need to do, that we just don't wait, what's going to happen in the future, and that we then have to react to that, but become more proactive in what we're doing. And I think this session here for me this afternoon is part of that call for action. And here we're going to find this afternoon an opportunity to have the students in action in terms of the future of librarianship, but particularly also the main task that we all have, and I'm sure why all of us are here this afternoon. So that's what's driving the theme. We've covered some key issues here over the last 2 days around the presidential theme, but more specifically in terms of IFLA's role, IFLA's strategies, and IFLA activities on how we want to ensure that we can provide better services, that we can equip librarians, but we also want to hear from you what it is that you regard are the key issues that we need to consider as we're engaging in these discussions. So thank you very much again, once again, for being here and from participating in this session this afternoon, and we all look forward to hear what you will be presenting to us. Thank you.